All right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to take a little time and talk about mental illness diagnosis. When it comes to a diagnosis, a specific mental health diagnosis, whether that's depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, any personality disorder, I think that sometimes diagnosis can be harmful. So a mental illness diagnosis can put somebody in a box. It can limit the beliefs they have about what they can and can't do. And sometimes they can be used, I think, ineffectively by clinicians in that same way. They kind of zoom in on specific characteristics and symptoms and behaviors, and I think can limit the full understanding of a client. All right. So in my office, I try and look at the whole person, right? So I guarantee you, much like I or anyone that you know would, we could throw the DSM-5, which is the book that we use to diagnose, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Psychiatric Illness. We could open up that book and look at anyone and identify a number of different specific diagnoses that they might fall under and meet the criteria for. So it's important for me to say that, I'm always going to try and treat you as a person with the illness, right? So you as a person with depression, you as a person with a cluster of behaviors that falls under bipolar disorder or schizoaffective disorder, whatever the specific mental illness might be. So if you have any questions about mental illness that you feel like you have or you have a previous diagnosis of, I would love to explore that with you in the office and talk about what may have been helpful or what may have been hurtful about that diagnosis. So along those lines, it's not that I don't believe in diagnosis. So using mental health diagnosis can be helpful for managed care, reimbursement if you're filing out of network or you're receiving care through a clinic and filing directly with your insurance. I work at an outpatient clinic in the area, and so I'm well versed in using the DSM-5 to code for specific illnesses in order to get reimbursement. And I can also use, my expertise in clinical diagnosis to help you receive any sort of care or benefits that you might deserve as somebody that struggles with a specific illness. So yes, it can be used as a tool, but by no means do I fundamentally have to throw a diagnosis at you within the first time that we meet. So yeah, just a little bit about how I approach diagnosis. Hopefully some of those things make sense to you. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Instagram DM, Facebook message, email, my phone number, give me a call or a text message, and I'd love to explore the illnesses that you think you may or may not have, and how you feel that I can help you heal, grow, and move towards satisfaction, even in the face of specific mental illness or a cluster of behaviors that you're struggling with. So thank you for your time. And again, as always, I think I can help.